All right. This is the second take because a few things happened. I pressed record when I take a shit, and it was recording for the last 15 minutes. Second time I record, something crashed, but I didn't get too far in. Um, I have some exciting things to share. Something happened yesterday that I had a full-on existential crisis, dude. And I have an amazing story to share. So, yeah, all right. Let's get started. My parents and my sister are sort of in a cult. Again, this is oversimplified. I don't know anything. I've been there once. I've heard a lot of things about it that seem like it's a cult. But what's happening with my camera? What's going on? That's freaking weird. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, I'll just keep continuing right now. Something's wrong with my goddamn software. I'll have to upgrade it. I'll get a different one. Okay. So, yeah, where was I? My family is sort of in a cult. Oversimplified, yes. Been there once, correct. But I am shit scared of cults. It's one of my. I have like an actual phobia because I know what human beings are capable of and how easy we are to pick apart and manipulate. So, yeah, I'm just gonna call it a cult for now. All right. If anyone's watching, I'm sorry that knows about this place. I'm not gonna name the place. But anyways, so I was really avoiding going over there because it was scary to see my parents just completely change. And in like, to be fair, it wasn't like a bad transformation. Like they've become more religious, which I don't think is a problem. They've become more forgiving, more patient with each other, with me. Um, in a lot of ways, they have let go of their material sense of the world as well. But good for them. So again, I've not like gone out of my way and been like, no, stop it, don't do that, right? Because doesn't mean if I have the views that I have, I should fuck with them. Because again, I know what messing with people's worldviews. I know what it does to them because it happened to me yesterday. So, anyways, I go there and I'll actually tell a story about how this happened in a different video. It might not be on YouTube for the public because I do not want my parents watching it and feel bad that their son is speaking out against their views. It'll be in my newsletter. I'll probably make it private and put it over there, put a link over there. So if you want to check it out, I'm not selling it. It's just not a good place. It's for safety concerns, guys. Anyways, so I go over there and I sit and I'm listening to all these lessons that they're talking about and all these ideas that they're preaching about, right? Which was interesting. Don't get me wrong, I was hooked for like 2 hours straight. I just sat there, just absolutely mind blown. For a few reasons. Number one, everyone. Okay, a few other things. It's again, you can tell that I'm completely scatterbrained because I have been trying to cope with this and like trying to like just put into words what actually happened over there. So as I sat there, these guys are talking about their worldview, right? So I'm going to go into like philosophies. Humans, almost every single one of us, has a very different way of looking at the world. It's like the lens that we use to see the world around us and make sense of it. Because we're not objective creatures, we're subjective. We have all these experiences that we've accumulated over how many ever years we've lived. Some have trauma, some have lived a better life than others. We're all different in small ways, right? Even if we try to create like the perfect twins to parallel each other, it's not going to work out. The world's random. Everything just is different. I don't know why I'm going on about this, but yeah. So we tell what philosophy is like I use the metaphor of is it a metaphor, an analogy of a lens. I'm guessing it's a metaphor. I'm not very good at English, guys. So a lens can also be translated into, if you think through another lateral, it can also be depicted as like a story we tell ourselves. It is a narrative that we play in our heads, which obviously then the inside of what's going on here also plays out on the outside. So in a lot of ways, we see the world the way we want to see the world, right? So I was thinking about this, and I went there with like a lot of skepticism, and I'm like, okay, let me just go and see what's happening over here. And obviously, y'all might have guessed indoctrination, right? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I am not trying to. I'm getting a call again. God damn it! You know who it is already. Another video, bro. Why? Just what? How do you know that every time I'm recording a video? It seems like it's properly rigged right now. Bye. I'm going to finish recording. It's a long video, anyways. I don't want people to sit through this.
Bye.
Sorry about that. I should probably start editing these bits out. I'm sorry. I will start doing that. I'm just too lazy right now. Anyways, so as I sit there and I'm listening to these people, they are going on about the truth, this, the truth that is the word of the God, and the only way to receive salvation, all these things, is to believe in it just exactly how it's said. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but for the most part, that was the point they were making. And I really went with all the intentions to not discredit what they were saying. I just went in there to be challenged, to listen, and to try to understand where they're coming from. And what I came out with it was not as a Christian, but rather I was like, it's so strange, right? How do you know that your way of life is the truth? I'm guessing we'll never get that, right? That it just doesn't make sense. We're subjective creatures. There can't be just there's one truth, and that's what I believe, at least. And we are just living some tiny ways of that ultimate truth. I have notes here. I don't know why I'm fucking rambling. Let me just pull that out. Yeah, so the next point that I'm coming to is, we know we're close to this ultimate truth, to this again, this could be wrong. My idea of trying to take a step back and explain all of this also could be wrong. The point I'm trying to make is, how do we know our philosophies, the stories that we tell ourselves is closer to the truth than we've ever been before? Than any other story that we have experienced, any other story that we have told ourselves is closer to the one that we're telling ourselves right now. Because we keep having these conversations of escaping the matrix, just leave the matrix. We are all in a matrix. But the problem is, we are always in the matrix. It's not the bigger matrix that we call, the one that envelops all of us, but rather the ones we tell ourselves. So we are constantly plugged into our own little matrices, which is the stories we tell ourselves, right? And whether it's me, whether it's a religious person, whether it's freaking Andrew Tate. Can you say his name on YouTube? I have no idea. I don't give a shit. All these people that talk about the matrix and escaping the matrix to live the actual way that they're living right now is also technically plugged into another kind of matrix. So there is no real way to escape the matrix if you think about it. Even if I'm thinking all these meta thoughts like, everyone's in the matrix, I'm in the matrix. It's weird. You can tell I'm clearly fucked up, and this is a ramblings of a madman, dude. So yeah, I think the best way to really actually get to the truth. I'm not preaching to anyone. This is just a conversation I'm having with myself. The way that I see it right now is to just ask questions, because when I went there yesterday and these guys were preaching it, the only thing that was off limits was to question it. They were constantly against, if you question it, you're not there yet. You've got to believe it with all your heart and all your soul, and you can't question it. But I don't think truth works that way. At least with humans, there is no way of getting to the truth if there is no basis for it to be attacked. Or I wouldn't say attack. Attack is a too strong of a word. To be challenged. Whether it's religion, whether it's the way that you communicate with people around you, you don't know if you're right or if you're wrong, right? The only way to do that is to ask yourselves questions. Is that easy? Absolutely not. I think asking questions and challenging your beliefs and challenging beliefs of other people is extremely hard to do, which is why I've stopped talking about religion, why I've stopped arguing with people that are religious, because I'm not going to convince them otherwise. They're not going to convince me otherwise. So I'm just as trapped or in the matrix as they are, right? We're all stupid at the end of the day. We're not gonna try to detach ourselves from the stories we try to tell ourselves. So yeah, that is where I am right now, and I don't know how to make sense of all of this. My laptop's gonna die. So yeah, I think as of now the best thing to do is just ask questions. But even that, you can go off the deep end and just completely go like be a lunatic, just asking questions and questioning every single thing. Humans don't work that way. We need stories to tell ourselves to live like normal people. The reason why humans are so different from all the other kinds of animals in the animal kingdom is because, can you hear the crows? What's wrong with these guys? I'm sorry about it's. You can tell this is a mess. You can tell that it's. Oh man, I don't know where to start. But yeah, this video is so fucked up, but I don't give a shit. So the point I was trying to make is that I am probably going to embark on like a proper journey of just questioning everything that I know about my set of beliefs. Maybe I come out of it as a better person with like a little more knowledge of how the world works. Here's my philosophy. I don't know if y'all give a shit. Most of y'all won't, but I think at the end of the day, we're biological creatures, and it's all up in here. It's just wiring, the way we react to our environment. It's nature playing out its course. We're just another way of just observing it, right? So that could be wrong. That could very well be wrong. Fucking if Darwin's theory is disproved, my worldview comes crashing down, which I completely understand. And I'd rather me do it myself than someone else do it and then get me fucked up. So yeah, where was I going with this? What was the whole point of it? But let me see. Okay, play red team and blue team. That is where I was going with this. I think with everything that all the deep set of all this deep set of beliefs that I have, I'm gonna try to question it. And it's hard. It's mentally draining. It's not easy to. I've already repeated this point, but again, I cannot tell you how hard it is to sit down with your set of ideas and to be like, okay, is this right? Why is it wrong? Could it be wrong? And most of the times, yes, it could very well be wrong. Almost always the answer is yes. If it's not, you have a lot of other things to sit down and figure out. I think I could be wrong again. So this video is such a mess. I realize that I think better when I'm off camera. As soon as I'm in front of the camera, I just go completely blank. I don't let myself think as much because I feel the need to like keep speaking, whereas my thinking is mostly just fucking lost in thought for the next 15 minutes. So I realize that it's probably not the best. Doesn't make for a very good video. Ah man, where is this? What's the point of this video? I have no fucking idea. But yeah, my worldview is a little shaken right now. Am I saying that religion is right? I don't know. Am I saying my worldviews are right? I don't know. Point is, we don't know anything. The point is, we're just playing stories to ourselves, and that is how we live out, which is a good thing. The stories we tell ourselves can be a good thing because that's how we continue with our day-to-day life without having to deal with all these complexities in the world. Some stories, are they better than others? Oh, that's a good question. Are some stories and some philosophies better than others? What's good or bad? It comes down to our, again, I think, our subjective opinions. I would say if it impedes with other person's way of life, then it's a bad thing, but it doesn't have to be. For example, if I go and share my philosophy with someone and it improves their life, is that a bad thing? No, but I've impeded with your life. On the same spectrum, if I go and say something to, like, if I challenge a religious person's worldview, and they are absolutely fucking distraught with all the questions I've asked them, which I'm not equipped for that. There's no way I'm going to change anyone's mind. I don't think anyone is. It all comes down to what we believe. So, is that good or bad? I don't know. This is what I'm trying to figure out. It's a long process, I think. But I think we need to constantly question ourselves and the beliefs that we hold. And I think questions are probably the only way to do it, because you'll never. We are constantly in the like in an echo chamber. Our matrix is our echo chamber. We are shouting at absolutely fucking no one, and we keep hearing the same thoughts because we gravitate towards our school of thought, our philosophy, right? So, I think the best way to go about it, the best way that I see right now, is to just ask questions, question freaking everything about myself. I'm not questioning about anyone else's philosophy. I'm questioning my philosophy right now. That's a process I'm going through, and just having different conversations. When I went to the retreat center, as scary as it was, in the newsletter, I will tell the whole story. It was challenging, which is a good thing. I think I need to be put into uncomfortable situations where my worldview is challenged constantly. Or at least everyone should be to some point, but what do I know? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or next week. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm just gonna chill, enjoy. Maybe if I feel like recording a video, I might. But I'm enjoying this. This is good. I enjoy recording videos now. Recording a video doesn't feel draining anymore. Good for me. So yeah, thank you for watching 17-minute long videos. This is the longest video I've recorded. Fucking hell, man. Alright, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.